Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are neither, wherever you are in the world. I am Ramblin' Rusty Elm, and you're watching Ramblin' with Rusty, Starfield Edition. Last time on Ramblin' with Rusty, you get to deal with a very grumpy Ramblin' Rusty while we started what I was calling, and am still calling, the cleanup run. We are in the process of starting and completing all the various little bitty nothing quests that have piled up on our quest log. Currently, we're in the middle of taking care of the miners on Mars. So we're going to get this taken care of and continue on with that today. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, one thing I do want to note is that as we go through these quests, there is going to be a ton of dialogue. So this is going to be a multi-part endeavor, an entire series of quests or series of episodes. And it's going to take us a little while to get them done. So I'm just going to run through them from beginning to end, and I will find appropriate breaks to end episodes and start the next one after I'm done with all of them.
I wonder how different things would have been for humanity if Mars didn't exist. That first step away from Earth and the Moon would have been so much harder.
Well, he's not wrong. Although I think probably would have been Jupiter or Saturn. So New Homestead would have been the first.
Don't worry. Trust me. This is the best shot we've got at getting that request. Okay, now we need to ensure you get hired.
Let's see.
Basically, we'll need to make sure you're the only choice. To do that, you'll need to get access to the HR terminal in the corporate office upstairs on the main level. If you delete the other applications from the system, you'll be a shoo-in.
Sounds easy enough. I'm not really comfortable with doing this, but
I know it might feel shady, but think of it more like uncorking an unnecessary bottleneck. It's going to help us all. By the way, the HR password is password spelled backwards, which Tia thinks is pretty clever. She gets talkative during happy hour, and loud. Surprised everyone doesn't know her password, honestly. Anyway, should be pretty easy. Good luck.
Alright, so we put in our application. Now we gotta go make sure there's no competition.
That's just not the way to handle a situation like that. You need to read the room.
We'll have her here.
Gotcha.
Sadly, tact isn't taught in school these days.
Tact has never been taught in school. That was not the button. That's the button.
Many people think psychology is only good for treating past emotional trauma, but it's a great way to prevent it in the first place.
Well, let's see what time it is. 08:21 local time. Wow. We're going to have to go find something to do for like 12 hours. Alright, we are back. We just spent 16 hours.
Worker satisfaction has been trending
guys
upwards recently.
leave.
Taking their psychological concerns into account.
And also during the cut, I went ahead and sold a bunch of stuff. So we're going to get on with this quest line now. And Oh, goody. We did not get caught. So, we can go ahead and head back down to this guy.
You've got my attention, Captain. The galaxy awaits.
I actually forgot. I had told Barrett to wait. Yeah, shame on me.
Don't worry. Trust me. This is the best shot we've got at getting that request approved.
Well, okay. I don't trust you, but I did it. I made sure I was the only other
And I can
applicant.
say that I've got some good news for you. I just saw the company message go out that you've been hired as Peter's assistant. Congratulations.
And what happens if they figure out what we're doing?
They won't. I'll tell you a little secret. No one really cares too much. I'm not saying anyone's bad at their job, just that everyone's too busy and overworked to care. Seriously, no worries, mate. I've been here long enough to know how they operate up there.
Alright. And what about the other applicants?
Not really, and neither should you. Either those applications were old and those people have moved on, or as soon as you disappear after this, they'll get to hiring again.
Alright. What's the next step?
Next step should be easy. Just go to work for Peter, and when you get access to his terminal messages, you'll see my request. All you've got to do is approve that request, and we'll be right on with it. Then, we can get that new equipment and show corporate how it's done.
Alright. Well, I guess we go play little Mr. Submissive and go talk to this guy.
Mining must be a fun job, or else why would we keep getting so many applicants? Oh,
Are you a complete moron?
You're
and
finally
idiot?
back. I feel like you've been gone for ages. Do you know how tough this job is without an assistant?
Well, I think if you actually did your job, but I can't say that to him. I think you're mistaken.
What happened to the old one? You know what, never mind. They wouldn't say how you did on your application, but they did say no one else was available. Let's hope for the best, shall we? Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get to work.
They won't even tell me how badly I did on my application. That's funny.
Not quite. I need you... I'm expecting a personal shipment. I'm not sure why, but the last time this happened, my assistant ended up speaking to Governor Hurst about it. Now, run off and get it for me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, off to see the governor.
Good old Damus Staryard. You won't find anything flashy here, but it'll give you...
Yeah, governor.
Ah, hello. Welcome. I don't usually have time to speak with random people off the street, but I'd be happy to help if it's something quick. What can I do for you?
Well, there is something important I need.
Something important, huh? Well, lay it out for me.
Governor Hurst, I'm here on behalf of Peter Brennan.
Well then, you've been quite busy making a name for yourself, haven't you?
So you've heard of me?
Heard of you? Of course, how could I not?
Well, I can see where this is headed.
Wrong? Not exactly. But word does get around, and I like to keep abreast of what goes on in my city. So look, I admire a go-getter like yourself. You're not in trouble unless you make trouble. And I don't think you're the type. I know you're not really
bit of a
Mr. Brennan's
strong arm.
assistant. I don't know exactly what you're up to, but I have little reason to suspect you're up to no good. So let's cut to brass tacks. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm looking for Mr. Brennan's personal shipment. He said you might know what happened to it. Yeah, how do you know so
Word
much
travels
about me?
fast around Sidonia. It's my business to know these things. Frankly, I'm not worried about you. As long as you play your cards right, it'll stay that way.
Yeah, sounds like he's setting me up for some blackmail here.
Oh, I know exactly what happened to that shipment. However, I suspect Mr. Brennan neglected to tell you that I'm holding it due to his immense backlog of unpaid taxes. Then again, he may be unaware. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll release that shipment for you. But I'm going to need a favor first, since you seem to be adept at keeping quiet. See,
I'm very
my
good at
personal
keeping quiet.
spacecraft was stolen, likely by Crimson Fleet pirates. I need someone to find it. Then I need that someone to destroy it. Discreetly. I need tight lips on this.
Alright, I'll do this for you. You get me that.
Then we have an agreement. I'll send you to the ship's last known location. Remember, not a word of this leaves this room.
Okay.
Hey, friend. Don't mean to bother you, but I could really use some help here. Look, I just need some help. If you could pick up and talk to me.
Alright, so here we are in orbit of one of the moons. I forget where I even picked to go, but
It is good to see someone out
we're
here.
here to do
I've
Governor
been
Hurst's
drifting around
bidding.
here for 2 days without help.
He wants us to destroy the ship we're staring at.
Wait.
Let's
Ready
see if we
count?
can get in.
All right, come on board. I hope you've got some extra ship parts for repairs, because we're going to need it to get this thing back to base.
Yeah. We'll get on here and see what's really going on.
So, you're a pirate. Please. We know you're not really with the fleet. Word of advice? Learn the lingo before you attempt anything so stupid again. You've got two choices. We need ship parts to repair our busted craft drive. Hand them over along with your ship, and maybe we'll let you live. Or we dust you and take it anyway. You've got to the count of 20 before I make that choice for you.
Yeah, this guy's an idiot. And as a officer of the law, it is my duty to put him in the ground.
Death it is! Got some more of this!
Quit it!
Make sure. Oh, looks like there's a bunch of people down here.
What? Oh, good. I was wondering when we'd get to this.
Ouch. That must have hurt.
Oh, good. My turn.
Not worth it!
Wow. That took a lot of damage in that circumference. Barrett.
Fine. Let's go. Hey, now, what was that about?
That was about killing pirates, Barrett. Why are you asking? What an idiotic question to ask. Okay, well, we are going to go ahead and destroy this ship once we're done going through it. Let's see, we got a message from her. I'm asking that you take care of the ship and anyone on board. I don't care how you do it, I just want to be rid of the problem before someone catches on. If someone finds out that I'm having an affair and that the woman involved ran off with my government-issued ship, I'm sure you'd understand that it would be very bad for me. I'd like to get ahead of that and just chalk it up to simple theft and destruction. I repeat, the ship must be destroyed, or we shall consider the terms of your payment null and void. Governor Glenn Hurst. Well, another corrupt politician. Imagine that. This is it. Whoever finds this, my name is Sylvia Cross. I've been drifting with no fuel for over a week now and with no signs of rescue. To all those I have wronged, I wish I could say I'm sorry, but truth is, I don't know if that's true. This isn't how I would have liked to die, but the guilt and uncertainty have driven me to take my own life. Goodbye. Yeah, sounds like something she was forced to write. Tia's password, draw sap. Well, I know I saw something else trigger something. And it was a book, I believe. Simpler Times, yeah. Oliver Twist. Notebooks, notepads. Nicholas Nickleby. Yes. Modified Solstice. Message from Hearst. We already looked at. Hard times, great expectations. Fields of Everglass. Never heard of it. But yeah. The other two cities. Okay, well, I don't see whatever it was, so we'll just get on with it.
I sure hope you've taken care of our little, It's good to see you. I'm eager to conclude our business together. Did you, take care of my little...
I destroyed this. Yeah, I am gonna lie to him.
Good. I'll release Mr. Brennan's shipment to you as promised. I'll even defer his taxes as a little bonus. You really helped me out of this bind. Don't take this the wrong way, but I hope I'm never in need of your help like this again.
Well, don't take this the wrong way, Mr. Hurst, but you will never need my help again. That I can promise. Now that I've got what I needed from you, I am going to do the right thing This is where we want
The
to go.
community center on P1 is a good place to connect with others, or fulfill any spiritual needs you may have.
Wow. Right there. Everybody's standing right in front of it, huh? So that's what I was saying. I'm going to do the right thing, and I'm going to turn the evidence over.
Welcome to Sidonia Security. I'm Commander Vincent Woodard, Chief of Planetary Security and former head of the Red Devils program here on Mars. I tend to deal with security at a high governmental level, whereas my associate Booth over there handles day-to-day security issues. So if you're looking to report a minor crime or misdemeanor, see him. But if there's something I can help you with, feel free to ask.
Red Devils? What's that? We have not encountered that.
Only the finest bunch of soldiers to ever grace the UC with their service. Of course, I may be biased as a Red Devil myself and head of the program. Well, former, I should say. Program's been defunct since the armistice that ended the colony wars. It put a stop to any and all Xeno warfare. I fought to keep them operational here, but the top brass concluded that without their unique alien bioweapon training, there was no need for a separate elite soldier program.
Well, Xeno warfare was kind of a monstrosity in my opinion. The idea of using alien monsters, alien animals, to kill human beings all for the sake of territory.
That's a pretty serious accusation.
Yeah,
I assume you have proof of these alleged illicit activities?
Man's crooked as a $3 bill. Of course I have proof. And, you know, the people of Sidonia deserve
Let me take
better.
a look at that. Well, this doesn't look good for Hearst. I'll say that. You did the right thing by coming to me. I'll take it from here. The United Colonies thanks you for your vigilance.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the UC.
If you see any trouble, you let us know.
But life here on Mars is hard enough without somebody like Hearst on the take.
Do you work for me? It's hard to keep track these days. My shipment, do you have it yet?
If you weren't such a dumbass, you'd know what was going on.
Oh, yeah. That's nice. Thanks for getting this for me. Now, could you be a pal and get to my computer messages?
Taxes, buddy.
Oh, they've been piling up while you were gone, and I need you to respond to them for me. Here's my password. Just make sure your replies sound like they're coming from me. I have a reputation to maintain.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
A friendly reminder that throwing litter off the balconies is prohibited.
All right, let's see. Messages. Meeting requests. Okay. Psyche, Val. No response needed. No response needed. Hello, Tim O'Shea. Hello, loser. Since I learned that you don't even check your work computer for actual work purposes, I realized I can say anything I want here, and you'll never know. Larg boogity boogity boo. See, I can just say nonsense if I want, and it doesn't matter. But here's some real truth for you. You've got a BO problem. You're lazy and incompetent. You're an entitled trust fund kid who lucked into your position because of who you know. But not even that. It's because of who your daddy knows. Yet they can't fire you because it'd be bad for the company for some reason. What a joke. You never even learned my name. I was your assistant for 3 damn years. It's Tim. It's not even hard to say. 3 letters. 1 syllable. Working for you made me so mad I'm glad I quit. I bet you didn't even notice. Yeah, he hasn't mentioned Tim, so I bet he didn't notice Tim quit. So, Mr. Brennan, I'm writing to let you know that you have an outstanding tax balance. As a consequence, excuse me. As a consequence, we've held up a shipment for you in hopes that it will motivate you to speak with us and come pay off your balance so that we can release it to you. As we value Deimos as a local business, we don't wish to see this escalate any further than it needs to due to personal matters such as this. Due to a personal matter such as this. Thank you for your understanding. Glenn Hurst, Governor, Sidonia. Psych eval. Peter, your psychological evaluation turned up some interesting stuff. I think it would be good for you to come speak with me sometime so I can make sure you understand the questions properly and you can provide some clarity on your answers. For instance, I think you may have completely misunderstood question 6. I'm not even sure that person works on Mars, let alone for this company. Let's chat a bit and try to resolve this so I can submit a proper evaluation. Thanks, Gilly. Meeting request. Mr. Brennan, I'm looking forward to meeting you to discuss our potential partnership. I know opportunities to buy Martian ore don't come up very often, so I want you to know I'm willing to make a very generous offer, but let's discuss that in person, shall we? My schedule is flexible, so tell me what works for you. Kind regards, Javier Lindholm. So the miners are having a problem meeting their quotas, and he wants to sell mining products outside of their contracts. Okay. Messages, request messages submitted by Leona Hawks. Notes, I've gotten word from other executives that you haven't been replying to your messages in a timely manner. I'm writing this in hopes that you or your assistant, when we hire one, might see it here and get on that. Yeah, whatever. Drink selection. I just want the company to offer some different drink options in the break area. Thanks. Approve. The request replacement mining equipment submitted by Trevor. Our current mining equipment is woefully insufficient to yield results matching our quotas. It's older than most of our miners. Our tools break down, they jam, and a lot of time is wasted on fixing them to operable condition. As you can see, we've been able to just barely match our current quotas as per the conditions you set, which should help make the difference in initial cost for this request. But if we had upgraded equipment, we'd be able to increase our mining yields by at least an additional 75%, which would increase our overall profits. Let's go ahead and
You're going to wear yourself out if you carry all this stuff.
Go back, paid time off policy. Andres Jensen, been working hard here for almost 15 years, stuck standard 10 days off per calendar year. Let's approve that. People deserve a break. Okay.
Please use an authorized waste receptacle.
And
sometimes I feel like these mines just run themselves. Oh,
okay.
You're done?
Yes, I'm done. And you're an idiot. But hopefully now the miners of Mars will have what they need.
I hope I didn't... I wonder what's taking Hank so long. I saw. Good work. See? I knew having someone on the inside like that would work out. I've already put it in order for the equipment. I was going to ask you to pick it up for me, but there's a problem. One of my guys, Hank Ferraro, offered to go. I tried to tell him he'd be more useful sticking to his job here, but he insisted, and he was already on his way out before I could stop him. But it shouldn't be taking this long. Just a quick trip to Gagarin and back. I'm concerned. I could use some help with this.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, thanks. This is a huge help. You'll be happy to know I actually carved out some of the budget so I can pay you for all of your assistance. We don't currently have much information to go on. I'd suggest checking with Sidonia's ship services over at the starport first. They'd be the last person I know that's seen Hank. It's all I've got without sending you all the way to Gagarin to retrace his steps. Good luck.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call that an episode. I'm Ramblin' Rusty Elm. Have a good night, and don't forget to stop and smell the roses.